Greetings and welcome to episode 23 of Touchdown Online. Felix and Keith to take you through your sports, and don't forget to find us on social media platforms, Twitter and Facebook. That's Touchdown Online, where you'll find links to our YouTube channel, which you can also join and actually subscribe to. That is on social media. But Keith, Italian Serie A and a big one, AC Milan hosting AS Roma.
Yes, that's a very big game. Two teams that have been scoring goals of late, but also letting in a lot of goals. Mm-hmm. So we're probably going to be in for a goal fest. In fact, this year Serie A they've been scoring a lot of goals.
The Italian Serie A.
Yeah, we've been actually, what do I call it? We have been presented with a lot of attacking football and goals going in left, right, and center. And I think this is going to be another example, because even though Milan looked good against Napoli, they collapsed in second half. And Roma have been looking good. They collapsed when Bakayoko came. Yes, and then Roma.
We have to keep the details in.
Yes, and then for Roma, they have been looking good in fits and stats, and that's why I think they lost. Was it the first game? Then they
on Monday they drew 3-0 with Atalanta.
3-0, yes. For that reason, they've been looking good in fits and stats.
Okay, and Parma versus Juventus. But Juventus, the biggest question is, looks like Cristiano Ronaldo is also turning into a Lamarcus Aldridge. The guy they bought is not the guy they are seeing.
I think it's too early to say that. I just think he's doing what he did last season. Last season, he didn't really wake up until the later stages.
The one he started last season. Now, for a club like Juventus, I don't know whether there's going to be enough time for people to be patient for him to wake up at the
what I think it will be is that for them, they bought him to win the Champions League. The league, even if he's a tough must, they can win it with him at tough must. So I think Juventus are not really going to worry. The worry will be is if he plays in the Champions League and he's useless. That's when they can worry.
Okay. And then Sampdoria will be hosting Napoli.
Yeah, Napoli, I think, have a perfect record, something like that. And so...
No, they don't. They lost the opening game against Lazio.
No, they won 2-1.
No, they were beaten 2-1.
They are not. They actually won 2-1. So they actually, surprisingly, have... And so as a result...
So Sampdoria...
That is going to be a tricky game. However... Napoli should be favorites given that they're Napoli, but Sampdoria are not one of those easier teams in Serie A.
Okay, and German Bundesliga, Hannover versus Borussia Dortmund. And like we pointed out in the last episode, Borussia Dortmund under Lucien Favre look much, much better. When they considered that goal after 2 minutes, you thought this is the old Borussia Dortmund. When they started playing and blew Red Bull Leipzig away, you realize maybe this time what everyone has been saying, that probably Bayern Munich won't have it easy.
Yes, because honestly, given how the match began, after the first 10 minutes, you realize they were lucky to concede that early goal because they were literally killing Red Bull. So I was happy with what I saw with them, especially for the fact that the new defenders, the young guys they signed, looked good.
The old heads are all out. I think the exception of Lucas Piszczek, who is actually the sole survivor from that.
I think even Schmerzer played, but the central defense are kids.
But from that team that won the 2 league titles, I think Piszczek is the one still from
there. And then Sancho played very well.
Creating the fourth goal actually.
Pulisic sort of had an off day, but Philip was quite.
Yeah, Maximilian Philip also was good.
Maximilian Philip was good. He's a willing worker.
Axovitz was good.
Good movement.
Dahoud was good. Now you wonder why. Peter, what was this clown from Ajax? No, the guy before Peter Bosch. Why he never used
Dahoud? I have never understood it. Dahoud, I was shocked when he went to Dortmund and got sidelined, because for me, he's hands down one of the best midfielders in Germany.
Actually, Dahoud plays properly during that season. There are some midfielders who don't go to the World Cup for Germany, especially Ilkay Gundogan.
Yes.
But then one of the things actually I saw, one of the biggest improvement for Borussia Dortmund is actually the goalkeeper, Roman Baki. Last season's Roman Baki, or even the season before, that game ends 4-4.
I don't know what Favre has done to him, but actually he's looking good. Because last 2 seasons he has really been the Chiwani. He's been
they contemplated signing Leno. That's how bad things are.
Yes. I mean, if you contemplate signing Leno and you're in Germany and you know Leno.
Okay, and then to the South German derby, that is Bayern Munich will be away to Stuttgart. And if you remember, last game of the season in Munich, before Bayern were given the shield, was Stuttgart going and actually winning 4-1 in Munich.
Yes, and it's one of those games that has always been traditionally tough for Bayern, but Bayern should be favorites, and we'll see how it pans out. But Stuttgart are better than they have been over the last few years, so it's one of those.
They're so much improved actually ever since they got relegated and came back up.
And now when they have people like Pavard who had good World Cups, they come with this thing of a new air of confidence and everything.
They have a World Cup winner.
So it sort of lifts the team. So, but Bayern are favourites for that game.
Okay, and then you have Schalke versus Hertha Berlin. Schalke have just signed Sebastian Rudy from Bayern Munich.
That's actually a very good matchup because those are two very attack-minded teams. And they're about the same level, so it should be a very interesting game. I would actually be surprised if we get a winner from that game, but I'm thinking
I think we
I'm expecting a high scoring.
Yeah, because the Hertha Berlin ever since Paul Dardai took over, they have been so much improved. But then same thing with Schalke. Ever since Tedesco took over things, and of course this Cameroonian is finally the Swiss-born. Cameroonian, Brilliant Bolo, is back to fitness.
Yes.
Last season they did have him for what, 6 months?
Yes, 6 months.
Yeah, he came back showing a few glimpses, but this season is actually showing why they actually missed. And then talking Spanish Primera Liga, Celta Vigo will be hosting Atletico Madrid, which Atletico, I think Diego Simeone won the war of the minds.
Yes.
They have gone back to their old selves.
Yes.
Because I don't know why they needed to change, because even with their old selves, they used to defend, but they used to win impressively.
No, the problem
that
was
game they beat Chelsea in the Super Cup. That game they beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 3-1. There are games they were beating Real Madrid properly, and I don't know. I think what people were confusing was, and I actually still insist, this thing where people confuse, just like Mourinho football, that people call parking the bus. If you watched football around the turn of the century, you would know what parking the bus was. Yes. What people confuse is, you remember how the Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Valencia, Liverpool, and Deportivo of that era, they were just compact hard to break down, but they would still attack you.
Yes.
Now, that is the football you play today, and people call it parking the bus. They have not seen a the Italy or that beat Netherlands at Euro 2000.
What's the name Simeone was trying to do? He wanted to lower the edge of his team, and he wanted to make it more attacking in that style. So he brought in a lot of new attacking players, and I think that the problem was the attacking players had not transitioned to his football, and that's why it took them half the season literally to wake up. But now, surprisingly, the new guys they brought in, people like Lemar, have settled in literally immediately. Yeah. So right now they are basically better than they were last season. They are more attacking, but they're just as solid defensively as they've always been. Actually, they're going to be a very dangerous team this season. And with Costa in the form he showed in that match against Madrid, him and Griezmann are going to be some devastating.
And given that Real Madrid and Barcelona, however much they have started well, they don't have that aura they've had for the last few seasons. Because even Real Madrid, just the thought of Zidane out and Cristiano Ronaldo out, all of a sudden they
takes away an aura from them.
There's an aura that is gone.
However, of all of them,
they look like they're actually beating people more than they were beating.
But of all of them, I think Madrid has benefited the most, because by having Zidane go, so much pressure has been lifted off them. By losing Zidane and losing Ronaldo.
But now losing Ronaldo, the pressure that is on Karim Benzema.
Yes.
Basically on their forwards, because there are games whereby they would go winning 2-0, 3-1, 2-0, 3-1, and all those goals are being scored by Ronaldo. Now the pressure is on Bale, Benzema, Asensio, and the guy they have brought back, Mariano. Yeah,
but I think Mariano was a good buy, because Mariano is a former Castilla project. He's been doing very well, and for me, it's good enough to give someone like Benzema, to keep Benzema competitive. Okay,
Real Madrid will be playing Leganes. Meanwhile, Barcelona host Huesca. Some of the games you need to actually pick up your form this guy.
Yeah, and that one of Huesca, really, that one, it's really a case of God difference. Because honestly, if Huesca do anything against Barcelona, then really
That
theory of Barcelona losing to bad teams will become true.
Yeah, I remember I told Patrick that even Legan Alves ever won at the Camp Nou in his son. He argued. Then I reminded him exactly what happened. But that's all time we had for. Keep in touch on social media, Twitter and Facebook. But you can also find us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Touchdown Online.